Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Dad Life Gaming, the podcast where we talk, well, a little bit about a lot of random things. And frankly, if you were with us last week, we slightly apologize because we were all just having a. Anyways, I'm Jay, and I'm one of the hosts tonight. And with me, we also have.
John,
What's up?
sick, as if you want to say it. I'm experiencing the weather change of Florida because all the cars are covered in about a cocaine line of pollen, and it sucks because of my broken nose and my sinus issues. I sneeze like every 3 seconds.
So, what you're saying is Mother Nature just money shot it all over you and your car.
Yeah,
And it's Mike questioning how John knows how much a cocaine's worth is.
you've experienced some stuff there that you don't question anymore. You get to that age where it's like, okay, stuff happens. You're over the age of 21. Okay, it happens.
But
I'm just going to
by the
chalk it up to
way,
Florida.
there's two kinds of people, as we just clearly demonstrated. One of us made a sex reference about plants making money shots, and the other one went cocaine.
It's still
Okay, you know what?
it's still
You know what?
a plant, right?
Yeah, it's just broken down a bit. I mean,
True.
free love and peace. No? Oh, to hell with you guys.
And
It's been
so yet again, it's gonna be a weird week.
it's been a week, and I'll get to that after we do our usual hyper jump with Mike.
Sounds
Through
good.
hyperspace ain't like dusting crops, boy.
So, as everyone has said, it has been a week. Your hyper jump with Mike is going to be a little bit short today. But the only part that really matters is it's official. Sauce Chan has made it to outer space, everyone. Can we just get a round of applause? Hell yeah, Sauce Chan.
I'm lost.
And that's your hyper jump.
I'm lost. Like, what's going on here?
Hold on. I will send you a link.
Okay. I thought you would be talking about the Tekken World tour.
Everybody heard all that. I mean, everybody put something out on it.
I'm, hey, like I said, I didn't know. Like, you're the Tekken guy, so. Oh, man. But, yeah, this week has been one heck of a week between work and everything else. Like, I got the.
Babysitter drama.
No, not really. Well, kind of. Kind of, yeah.
I was
Right.
gonna say, I know you had one day that it just did not work the way you needed it to.
Well, this week was my son's spring break, and so we had Monday and Tuesday together. But Tuesday I had to go into work because one of the guys is out for his weekly military reserve duty, and then we had a guy actually pass away at work. He had complications with heart surgery and got pneumonia and passed away.
Ouch.
So we're kind of like shorthanded, and being that it is like the start of termite season and all these bugs are coming out because of Florida weather likes to start summer in February. So got stuff stops to do, and actually mosquito season started too. So that's another thing we have to do on top of everything else. But Tuesday I had to Tuesday night I had to call my ex and let her know that it'll be more fair for him to go back to his mother's instead of being babysat again. Because I would get home and spend like 30 minutes with him, and he'll have to go to bed or back to his mother's. But there are some highlights of this week. It's actually all the highlights today. I took a 30-minute nap during my lunch break at Target parking lot. That was my highlight of the week.
But before that, we're going to do what we should have been doing for a while, and we've been forgetting about it. And that's what are we currently watching / playing.
Oh, there's some stuff. There's some stuff this week.
Yeah. For me, all I've been doing is Bloodborne and, well, started to do Bloodborne, then I had a bunch of shit on my hands. And Apex. And let me tell you, they added a few things to Apex just recently, and ooh, I don't know how they messed with the drop system, but I'm picking up a lot more golds.
Oh, they are. Well, have you
Oh, yeah.
seen like they put in the jump pad now for
Yes, I was playing with it earlier. Literally, it was me, my team, and 3 other teams just messing around on it.
Sounds fun.
It's just a little jump. You barely make a top of a building, but it's just there. And we played with it.
Yeah, I saw a picture. It looks like a little jump pad off of like Fortnite, and it'll launch you what, like 15 feet in the air.
Yeah, about that.
Oh, come
Oh,
on.
and there was a good half hour earlier today where you could play as any character you wanted, even the unlockables, if you didn't have them unlocked. What
Yeah,
about you, Jay? What have you been playing?
I've been playing this really realistic sim called Work. It's
Oh, that latest patch they had for it. Ugh.
would it take more
you mean that
taxes?
daylight savings time?
Yep.
Honestly, I've been working. I work pretty much every day this week. Because between the 2 jobs, I work about 7 days a week now,
Gotta make that move on
and
me.
it's just been hectic and crazy. So, I mean, I have been playing the Modern Warfare since, it was the game of the month on PlayStation.
And you just got the map pack that went on sale too.
Yep, might as well. Been having fun with it, and I still play a little bit of Breath of the Wild every now and again if I am not completely exhausted by the end of the day, because the Wii U tablet actually reaches into the bedroom, so I can lay in bed and play it on the tablet. Although I'm not gonna lie, with the birthday gift I got, it's a lot more fun to play on the TV now.
You got like
Because
a 50-inch, right?
Yep, brand new 50 inches, an early birthday present, which was about a month early. But again, like I said earlier, I'm not complaining.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. I've been looking around. It's like, I don't need to get an upgrade. There's some pretty good sales going on, but like I said, I don't need any upgrades right now. Because I could go put one in the bedroom.
I was playing on a 32 inch,
Ugh.
which was fine where we lived before, but now in this apartment, it just wasn't big enough to sit across the room from. So
I'm
this
sorry
actually
for
is
laughing
like
there.
perfect. And Heather's happy because she got the 32 inch in the bedroom to play her Xbox on, because all we had in the bedroom originally was a little 19 inch, which was fine for throwing on Netflix to go to bed, but it does kind of suck to play your video games on.
Yeah. Well, I got, 24 inches, 3 of them in the office, and I got like a 34-inch in the living room, which is just a Amazon and Netflix kind of thing. And my son plays Rocket League on it.
And I have not been playing Anthem because, well, I love my PS4.
Yeah. Well, apparently, the months to come, they're going to fix everything.
Yeah, they're gonna buy everybody a PS4 that they bricked,
No, it's...
which I realized they only actually bricked like 2 or 3 of them, but still.
And they can't really prove it, which is a sad thing. Like, you can't prove that, hey, your game busted my shit, so you owe me a new PlayStation.
Well, and to be fair, that is a chance you take, especially, I will say, if you're gonna play betas and mess around with that, you do run the chance of some machine breaking software. But just how bad it was that it actually broke PlayStations. And I still maintain that they didn't actually break. The game is just so bad, they're like, please, no more. Just don't do it anymore.
I think there's a boycott going on now. Like there's like a boycott for like a week straight that nobody's going to play the game.
Yep.
Well,
But-
like Mike has said in other podcasts, if you're going to talk with your wallet.
Yeah, true. I've been playing Red Dead still, having fun with that. I just finally got to chapter 3, and I'm only 29% into the game.
I was just going to ask, have you actually cleared that, or are you still just having fun with being lost in every little side quest that you could possibly hope to find?
I've just been going around. I've been doing some of the quests here and there. But it's been... There's a lot to distract you from the main storyline.
Well, I never played the original, and I haven't played this one, but from the sounds of it, it's a lot like Skyrim when it came out. You can do this quest, or you can go 500 miles in the opposite direction from where the quest marker is and do whatever the hell you damn well please and have fun with it.
You can, but you'll find out real quick that there's a lot you can't do. Like you can do all the side missions and stuff, and that'll be fine.
Right.
But then you'll get like, after that, the only thing you can do is like hunt or be like a criminal. And I found a quick way of getting quick cash, which is fencing wagons for $40 a pop, and that's
Nice.
not even counting what you loot off the person you killed, or if there's any boxes in the back that you can loot. So you pretty much make like $60 a pop. But the thing they got going on with the game is that a lot of the weapons are locked behind story, so you can't go ahead and get the best gun in the game from like first 2 chapters. It has a lock system.
Well,
So-
that's good at least.
Because I just unlocked the bolt action rifle, and I'm liking that a lot. But like, you even go out in the wild and do like a random encounter. Somebody will get bit by a snake, and if you suck out the poison, they'll go back to town. If you go back to the town, they'll let you buy anything in the store. Which
Nice.
lately I've been using that to get outfits, because outfits are like $80 to $100. So, since you already have all the weapons unlocked that you can get, it's just like, hey, let me just get an outfit. Especially if you go to like the nice area in Saint Denis, those outfits are like $180. But some of them are still locked too behind story progression. Other than that, let's see. I've been watching Jack Ryan on Amazon Video.
How is
Based
that?
I'm only on like episode 3. Think of it as like a it's like a suspenseful thriller. Like, what is it? What's that one show?
Does it follow the movies?
The
Or the
what?
books?
Pfft, I don't know. You're asking a guy that doesn't read literature.
What?
What? Huh?
Bitch, what?
No, I don't read. I don't read books because.
Okay, what's that got to do with movies?
What
Yeah,
movies?
he asked if it follows the movies. I asked if it follows the books.
What movies?
Aren't there
The
movies
Jack
for that?
Reacher movies.
Jack Ryan?
Yeah, the Jack Ryan movies. Shut up. You know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't. I've never heard if there was a movie.
Yeah, it was a dude that played the new. Fuck, what's his name?
You're not talking about Tom Cruise, are you?
No,
Is he still a thing?
Apparently.
dude who plays. It's not Spock, and it's not Picard.
Oh no, but it's basically like a Criminal Minds of like terrorists.
Nice.
But it's not bad. I like it so far. And then the other thing I've watched was Captain Marvel last night.
Chris Pine. Chris Pine was in the new Jack Ryan movie.
He was Kirk.
Kirk. Thank you. Why couldn't I think of his name?
Because it's been a long
I was trying to
week.
figure out why the hell you were pairing Spock with Picard when they're in two different. Well, actually,
Well, that's
technically
why I
Spock
was
still alive. But
reaching. I was reaching, and you guys weren't catching me, and the trust fall failed.
it didn't fail. It was just funnier to watch you fall on your ass.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. Jack Ryan Shadow Recruit.
Yep. And that's a very
there-
espionage spy movie type deal.
And there were at least two before that because Shadow Recruit was a reboot going back to the beginning. There's at least two that are him as a full-blown agent and not during his recruit days.
No, this one's about like a analyst that.
Yeah, he becomes a spy.
So
Well,
it sounds like it's starting at the beginning of his career because if I remember right in the books, he started out as an analyst and kept getting himself into shit, right?
No, this one is a Marine turned analyst that found like the next Bin Laden.
Ah, okay, so it's a little later on. Gotcha.
But it's not bad. But going back to the movie date last night, which was Captain Marvel.
Cookie cutter.
How with the movie? How was the date?
The date was pretty good. Like I was telling you guys last night, is that I was like, "Hey, I'm going to go see a movie tonight. You want to join?" And she was like, "Yeah, sure, definitely." And she was like, she didn't even ask what movie it was. So I was like, "Holy crap!" You know, most dates would be like, "What movie are you seeing?" Nah, she was like, "Yeah, I would love to come." I was like, "Sweet."
Mm-hmm.
So did you guys actually watch the movie?
Yeah, we sat there and watched the movie like adults. You know,
What the hell is wrong with you?
I spent money on that motherfucker.
Yeah, and I take Heather to the movies and I try to make out with her like we're 14.
I'm past that
you guys
point.
get to go boobies with your wives or your girls or whatever.
It was there was kids next to
Must
me
be
too.
nice to be
Come on,
young.
guys.
Must be nice to be young, and you know.
Well, that's your fault for sitting in the wrong part of the theater. Kids never sit in the back corner of the theater. That's why that's the makeout area.
I was watching it for the podcast, okay? And
Yeah,
anyways,
okay.
like her daughter was going to come, but something came up, so she didn't join us. So there's that too.
See, so her daughter didn't come, so you could have.
Oh,
God.
we're trying to stay PG-13, dude.
Her daughter is like 14 too, and yeah.
Hey, I wasn't graphic or explicit. I'm pretty sure that joke would have got away in a PG-13 movie.
Anyways, back to the actual movie I watched. Jesus
How
Christ,
was
guys. It was okay. And actually, all right, so I'll give y'all both one shot. Give me a mediocre to good Marvel movie, and I'll tell you if it was better or worse than it.
No, the second Thor was pretty much mediocre. I mean, it was alright, but it wasn't the greatest.
It was better than that.
Blade.
Pick something more moderate.
I was gonna say, try to pick something that we're judging on modern standards. That'd be like if you just threw out X-Men.
Yeah.
I mean, they were good when they came out, but they did not age well.
yeah.
But fine. The first. God damn it! Why can't I think of it?
Okay.
Guardians
what's
of
the
the
top
Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy.
All right. Guardians of the Galaxy 1, it was better.
Yep. Okay.
So, well, on paper, the score is like 70%. Personally, I think it failed in the charm / humor by the actors, actresses, or the cast. The nostalgia of it was the humorous part of it. Like, it was a throwback to 90s stuff. Because if some people saw, like, the trailer, she fell into Earth into a blockbuster. So
Nice.
there's a lot of nostalgia there that was that I thought personally was more funny than the actual what the cast was trying to portray as funny.
I'd just like to point out, I don't think we've ever gone a whole episode without mentioning Blockbuster, and it's a shame that they're out of business because we could be getting
there's
ad
still
revenue
one
from
left.
them.
There's still one left.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to give us ad revenue for mentioning them in every podcast, though.
I still have my membership card in the garage. I used to work there too, so. But anyways, so I don't know, like walking out of the movie. Even my date said that she felt kind of go woman pressured.
To be fair, though, if you wanted the women's lib movie, from what I understand, Wonder Woman did it better than this one was ever going to do it.
Well, there was a part at the end where it looked like a military recruiting style of get up and.
Just because you have titties doesn't mean you can't join the army.
Well, it was just it was more like you're a woman, you're powerful, get up and stand your ground kind of thing. But it wasn't like shoved in your face. I guess it was more like, think of like Black Panther.
So it wasn't like feminazi so much as just, it definitely was a part of it.
It kind of was, yeah. And it has a good story with a good twist to it. So that was pretty good. But by all means, there's two good parts of the movie. It was really good. And I think that's what actually got the movie a high score. Was Stan Lee's cameo. He was actually playing himself, trying out for his part in Street Rats, I think it was. Like, he was, rehearsing his lines for, I think it was that, right?
I believe so.
Something, I don't know. Mallrats. That's what it was.
Ah.
Yeah, he was rehearsing his lines for that in the
That is such a 90s throwback.
Yeah. And the other thing was the actual opening of the movie, where the start of the movie where it flips through the comics and it says Marvel Studios, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It was all Stan Lee.
Yep.
So
Nice.
that was really great.
I want your opinion on something, because we're coming to the end of the current contracts, and as we know, not everybody in the Marvel Universe is renewing. And I'm wondering, are we going to keep seeing these actors, the original Marvel set, became their characters? I mean, Robert Downey Jr. is frickin' Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
Down to his public persona has changed to match that of a hero and a role model. I mean, again, throwback to the 90s.
There's also a story behind that too.
Oh, I know there is, but I'm saying, but it's not just him. You had, all of these guys were literally their characters, becoming their characters, trying to live it out. And I'm wondering if you're going to keep finding that dedication in the Marvel movies, if you're going to find these actors that are willing to be, Iron Man 24/7 and not just on the screen, be Thor 24/7, or Tom Hiddleston, perfect example. Loki. The man loves that role and he plays it to a T, and he's never mad when fans recognize Loki in public. In fact, he thinks it's awesome and he encourages it, and he will go out and do meet and greets at frickin' public libraries dressed up as Loki just to amuse kids.
Here's the thing. Have you read a good majority of the modern era Marvel comics?
No, I haven't picked up a comic book in a while. I follow loosely along with what's going on, but I haven't actually read them.
I'm probably going to get the dates wrong. Chat, you want to correct me, feel free to go ahead so I can do the references too. I believe it started in 2002 to 2006, somewhere in that area. Started the modern age of the Marvel comic. Back
Yeah.
when, just before our Iron Man and Thor came out, and then we had Captain America. It progressed the storylines, which is pretty much what they're following it now in the MCU. Now, throughout them, it's been just the straight, and this is going to sound like I'm doing the politicizing of it, but it ain't. It's literally the truth. It's been the white Iron Man, the white Thor, the white Captain America, all that stuff. As you move forward through all that, they started getting more diverse and more diverse.
Right,
To
Iron
where
Man,
we
if
have-
I understand it, the mantle is now held by a inner city black girl who figured out how to reverse engineer Tony's technology and took over the mantle when Tony walked away.
Well, you also
No.
got to consider that
No, actually.
they did a
Really?
gender swap
Yeah,
on
and hold on.
Thor.
The Thor one is canon, though. And I'll
Yeah,
explain that.
Thor became unworthy and Jane became worthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she became the new god of thunder.
Except
And-
didn't it have something to do with her cancer too? It was fucking her up.
Well, hold on.
Spoilers.
You guys are jumping ahead. You guys are
Sorry.
jumping ahead to about 2015, 2016 area.
Spoilers.
So we're going to go with Iron Man right now as the example. Iron Man turns the mantle over to Pepper Potts so that she can contain her powers from, if y'all remember, she was infected in Iron Man 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he makes her kind of her own core reactor so that she can go into the Iron Man suit and do some work. Then come the Iron Spider timeline along with Pepper Potts series and all this stuff. And now you have a inner city black girl that reverse engineered, and she's a freaking MIT genius level girl. Let me tell you what, and she's awesome.
But she's also only about the current Peter's age, right? If I
Uh,
remember right, she's only a little bit older than Peter Parker, and they took Peter back to high school like he was in the original comics instead of having him college age or better.
yeah, you must have connected to your home internet again, dude. But then, in other timelines, you also have Tony keeping the mantle till he's old. And this is all, post Endgame stuff like that, because they've rewritten that 3 or 4 times since the beginning of 2000.
That's there's different universes and stuff like that.
Yep. And it's all in the multiverse theory. I could quote stuff like that day in, day out, but it's really the roles are meant to be so open after Endgame that the possibilities are endless. Loki becomes a girl. Loki becomes a guy. Loki becomes a horse. Loki becomes a wolf. Loki is Pam. You guys know the Spider-Verse, obviously. Captain America turns it over to Bucky.
Yep.
Like straight up, just like, I'm done. Here's the shield, and walks away. And that's after his fight with the
Civil War.
No.
I'm thinking about Civil War.
He fought the Patriot and was like, I can't do this anymore, and turns the mantle over to Bucky because he does not feel just in being Captain America anymore.
I was talking more about what happens at the end of Civil War.
So are they gonna go with the black costume Cap for a while then?
I don't know what they're going to do. That's just it.
There's
There
some
is so many-
theories about Endgame, about time travel and stuff like that.
I remember
Yeah,
the
and I mean-
storyline in the comics. He surrendered the mantle. The Patriot took up the mantle of Captain America for a while, so did Bucky. And Captain America actually ran with a straight black costume that looked a lot like Nick Fury's. And basically just
but
had
that
no
was-
name and took like a Black Widow persona.
Yeah, but that was also part of the Hail Hydra for Captain America also. Wherein he fought the Patriot and denied his patriotism as nothing more than innate terror or domestic terrorism.
Oh, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking going back to the 80s. Cap had a disagreement, and I think at that point it was tied to the Civil War they were doing in the 80s. And he's
Yeah.
like, screw this. I'm done. I'm not Captain America anymore. I don't work for the army. I don't work for the country. I'm still going to do good, but I'm doing it on my terms by my rules. And he refused to wear the uniform. And they went, well, crap, we need somebody in the uniform. And they tried unsuccessfully to fill it with like 3 different people.
And also, I would like to point out, because of the bickering between Fox, Sony, and Disney, the MCU ultimately is incomplete. Because you do not have She-Hulk, you do not have the different colored Hulks, you do not have the X-Men in there, which would have been freaking marvelous versus Ultron and Galactus. Because I'm not sure if you read the End Times line, but that was literally Cat just okay, I ain't gonna spoil it, but let's just say it goes awesome. And believe it or not, Thor gets sucked in the black hole right then, so what the fuck?
Well, also,
You know,
right.
Everybody's flipping out about Disney meets Deadpool.
Oh, that'd be
I
so
heard
good.
the PG-13 Deadpool wasn't that bad, though.
No, it was actually really good from what I'm hearing.
Well,
And
here's what you
everybody
got.
loved it.
Here's what you gotta think too: is like Disney likes money. Do you really think they're going to censor Deadpool to make
No,
it?
No,
I
they ain't
think
gonna
that-
censor Pikachu.
I think what
Wait,
they're going to
what are we
do...
talking about?
I think what they're going to do is the same thing they did with Nightmare Before Christmas. Oh, this isn't really fit with the Disney name, so they distanced themselves with it, and it was Disney Presents.
You mean Apex Legends?
But what I was actually getting at is I'm just wondering, because you said a lot of the issues you had was the actors. And I'm just wondering, are we going to be able to continue to have the actors that eat, sleep, and breathe their character like we do right now? Or are we going to start finding actors that are just like, well, this is a job and a paycheck?
Well, you heard that the guy that plays Hulk, Bruce Banner, is like fired.
Well, that's kind
Raphael?
of a Marvel tradition.
Yeah.
They fire the Hulk every 3 movies anyway.
Well, there was some
Yeah.
like family drama behind it though. Like he allegedly spoiled the title of Endgame, and his brother
Yeah,
didn't like it.
he'll be back. Don't worry about him.
Just like
Uh,
your
He's
with-
the most
director.
popular Hulk to date, though. They're not gonna just
With-
piss that away.
Yeah, with the Hulk, there's too much money to be made on a old Hulk and his sons and all that.
Wait, are you thinking they're gonna do what they did with Old Man Logan, and do it with the Hulk?
Oh, if they don't, they're losing out on potentially billions of dollars. I mean, just look up Red Hulk, Gray Hulk, any of those guys, and you'll see that there's money to be made with that character alone.
Oh yeah, I know there were a whole bunch.
Well, it's just
Come to that, talking about blending everyone, what are you gonna do with Wolverine if they actually do get the X-Men like they've been trying?
they might bring back 23.
Well, Jackman says the only way he'd reprise the role is he'd consider doing a reprisal with Deadpool and Ryan Reynolds because he's friends with Ryan Reynolds, but he's basically done with it. But the problem
Well-
was Hugh Jackman, out of all the things that came out of the X-Men movies, the only X-Men they did right was him. I
Well-
can't picture someone else in the role.
I mean, it's doable, but
Daniel Radcliffe actually expressed interest in doing it, and Hugh Jackman gave his approval.
The makeup that they showed him in did actually look pretty good. But I'm just saying,
And-
I mean, every guy that had that half-ambiguous man crush on Wolverine from reading comics, because again, we've discussed this, and the X-Men being, allegory for gay rights. When Hugh Jackman popped up on screen, even straight guys were like, boing.
Well, and that's just it. If you give it to like Daniel Radcliffe, you're opening the door for a X-Men Revival,
Yeah,
starting
well,
with the Wolverine series, which is the earliest by far. Well, yeah, by far, because
Right.
you can do a young Wolverine, and the talent pool in young Hollywood is almost infinite, and there's always just those people out there that can take a role and make it their own. So looking at it through all you gotta do is find the right one. The MCU after Endgame for Disney, Fox, and Sony, if they choose to collaborate, and I'm leaving that a big up there, because if they do, that's money in the bank.
well, you heard
But-
what they kind of have been doing with this Dark Phoenix.
Oh yeah, and I'm excited.
Well,
To be
Like, I have
fair,
been-
doesn't Disney own Fox, which means they own the X-Men now?
but they don't own. It's just like Venom now. With X-Men, they have their script already accepted, so Sony's releasing this or Fox is releasing that, and after a certain amount of time, they get the rights to it.
Gotcha.
So this Dark
Yeah.
Phoenix coming out is Fox. The Venom that came out was Sony, and that's why what is it? I think the Far From Home Spider-Man is Sony. Or is
That's
that...
Sony.
Okay.
Yep.
Because Mysterio is Sony licensed.
All right.
But as I
so
understand
to
it, Far From Home is collaborating with Marvel again, like Homecoming did.
Yeah.
to break it down, Marvel and a few of its subsidiaries are owned by Disney on whole. Sony straight up has Spider-Man.
Yep.
Had.
Fox, we're gonna hold off on that because I have a point to make.
Okay.
Fox is X-Men and a couple others.
Fantastic
Yeah, I
Four.
believe Fantastic Four and one other. I can't really remember. It's
And
one of the
Fox
X-Men.
owns the word
Fox.
mutant, which is why it doesn't show up in any of the other movies. They actually
Yeah.
own the word mutant.
Mm-hmm. And
But-
like
Which is nuts.
antimantium, right? And vibranium.
The reason that Fox has, or Sony has Spider-Man is because of a really shady deal that they struck with Stan Lee way back when. Now that Stan Lee has passed, may he forever rest in peace, the estate now decides licenses and stuff like that, because at the time of death, contracts and all stuff like that are null and void unless expressly within a year of passing is renewed.
Well, I just pulled up something. I'm not sure how new it is. Holy crap.
I mean, I learned that one the hard way.
This is
That
going
whole-
back to being kids, but I remember in the 80s, like the late 80s, when the comic books were dying. They hadn't gotten the resurgence yet in the 90s. And the reason that several different companies own the movie and TV rights to these characters is Marvel was hemorrhaging money and needed desperately to get backers. And so the way they did it was Sony bought the rights to Spider-Man to make movies. Fox bought the rights to the X-Men, the word mutants, all of that, and et cetera. And it just went on and on. Well, Stan Lee did try later on to get everything back when he saw that they were going to try to unite everything under one banner. And he just never could, because at that point, Sony and Fox realized that they had a key piece of that, and people were going to
Yeah.
pay way more than Stan Lee could.
Yeah, and putting aside all the mentions of elder abuse, stuff like that happened to Stan Lee, now that he has passed, may he forever rest in peace, the contracts are up in the air because they are held by the estate.
Okay, I've got it now.
Yes. What's up?
I've got the whole flowchart.
Okay.
So, all right. So the first before, let me keep on going. Let me double
Okay.
check everything.
So really, it all depends on who Stanley left stuff to, you know?
Right.
And if they want They are literally holding the fate of the Marvel universe in their hand. Because
Jack is gone too, right?
I don't know if Jack died. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Because Stan Lee was the only one left that had a legal right to the original IP.
Hmm. Yep.
Because Jack was gone, and he had left most of it to Stan, so that Stan could continue to control the comics and the characters in the direction that the two of them envisioned. And now
I
with
do
Stan
believe
gone, the creators are gone.
I do believe that Disney does have a post mortem contract with the Stan Lee's managers and stuff like that. So they're doing good. Disney is fine. They've been respecting the material for the most part. Fuck you, Captain Marvel.
So I got it now.
All right, go for it, man.
So in 2015, Sony Pictures had Spider-Man. And then 20th Century Fox had Fantastic Four, Wolverine, Deadpool, X-Men. Marvel Studio had everything else, like Hulk, Iron Man, Hawkeye, the Avengers, Punisher.
And that
Go ahead.
abomination of a Fantastic Four movie only came out because Fox got told, you have to make this movie or you lose this license.
Well, I'm getting to that. So, but in 2015, the only thing that 20th Century Fox and Marvel shared was Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. Fast forward to 2017, version 4. 20th Century Fox expanded its stuff to Galactus, New Mutants, still X-Men villains. Universal Pictures had Abomination, the Leader, and She-Hulk. Sony Pictures had pretty much all the bad guys from Spider-Man. Like Venom, Carnage, the Sinister Six.
So it's literally just a character license at that point.
Exactly.
It wasn't even the full license.
Fast forward to version 5 of 2017. The only thing that Marvel doesn't have their toe or a little finger in is She-Hulk, Sandman, Carnage, Silver Sable, Black Cat, Venom, Lizard, Rhino, Kraven, Mysterio, Dr. Octopus, Electro, Green Goblin, Hobgoblin, and Gwen Stacy. And I can actually link you to this. But pretty much, Sony still has rights to most of the
Spider-Verse.
Spider-Man villains.
Damn that Gwen Stacy. She's so evil. Sorry.
Depends on which version of her you're talking about.
Yeah, I know.
But
definitely.
So that's where that whole list is right there. Speaking of which, did y'all? Oh, I know we talked about some of the miniseries, like the Netflix Marvel stuff. Did y'all ever watch the Cloak and Dagger one?
No.
It was pretty fresh. I liked it. It was on it wasn't on Netflix. It was on another channel, but I watched it. It was pretty decent. But it's just, like I said, it's just licensing. Like why some of the older like the refresh or whatever you want to call them, the classic game consoles can't get certain games. It's licensing.
All right, hold on, because there may be a problem with this that makes this inaccurate.
It's 2017. It's 2 years old.
Is anybody else interested in DC's Captain Marvel?
Mm-hmm.
Those non-comic book nerds, after the suing, DC's Captain Marvel was renamed Shazam, so that's why most of you are going, who the hell are you talking?
I have an issue with that, and going back to the movie, they previewed that. They previewed a 5-minute trailer for Dark Phoenix, which a lot of people are saying that Dark Phoenix is saying F you Disney, we're going to pretty much show the whole movie in our previews. So that's what's going on. But
Okay, hold on. Just before with this, I found the inaccuracy with this Cable. By Gambit and by Negasonic and Deadpool.
what?
That's an inaccuracy.
Ooh, I'm so lost. What about it?
Speaking of Gambit, whatever happened to his movie?
We'll talk about that later.
Is that in
That's an
development now?
inaccuracy. That's an inaccuracy because he is the son. Oh wait, maybe it ain't. Because there's that guy. There's that guy. Where's Cyclops? Right there. He's the son of Jean and Cyclops.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Continue.
But what is the inaccuracy about it?
Well, I was like, well, that's part Fox and all that. Why is he over there?
Because he fell into the X-Men category?
Yes, I see that now. Continue.
So I take it Gambit is in development hell forever?
Pretty much. Pretty much. I mean, first the actor couldn't do shit right, then the director couldn't do shit right, now the director can't do shit at all.
I don't know, man. Honestly.
Well, to be fair, Deadpool was in development hell for how long before they got the right actor, the right director, and the right everything?
But
I know, Pikachu is freaking great.
Yeah, I still can't believe they're having him do Detective Pikachu.
I can't either, but it's so
think-
worth it.
I think it's more or less his doing. He wanted it. Like, he pushed for it. Kind of like,
He is a huge nerd, and he's very into video games and comic books, so I could see that.
Well, I think it's more like what Johnny Depp wanted. He wanted something that his kids could look back and see that he did something not so gruesome or
Yeah,
dark.
that's true. It's not like his kid can go watch it now.
Well, he could, but
Edward Scissorhands was fine.
yeah, but it's more like friendly. Which, oh god, let it burn. That's another trailer that was out for Captain
They're
Marvel.
remaking Edward Scissorhands.
No, worse.
We can only hope.
It's worse.
What's that?
Frozen 2.
Okay,
Oh,
first up, don't be like that because I saw the trailer and I was a little hyped.
There wasn't much to the trailer.
The first one.
Oh, this
Which
one
one are
was
you
her
talking?
like trying to walk on water.
Yep, I like that one.
Which the only thing I like about Frozen is the metal version of Let It Go.
Her and Sub-Zero really need to get together so they can conquer the world.
Well, they're already doing it up where you guys live.
Oh, you shithead.
I had to.
I know.
Dick move. Dick move.
I'm suffering over here with freaking allergies and pollen, so I'd rather take the cold.
I'm
than-
suffering over here with
It's so
allergies and
warm
pollen.
where I
I'm
am, the
missing
plants are
toes.
blooming.
How the
That's
hell
what I
did we
hear.
get?
When it's so warm where I am, the plants are blooming.
How did we get this far off track, guys? We haven't even hit our main subjects.
I know that we're already an hour into the
I asked
podcast.
a question about if we thought we'd get the same dedication of actors, because he said he felt like there was a lack of dedication in the actors.
No.
Just on Brie Larson's.
Yeah, she felt a little like. I mean,
She was stiff as a frickin' board. Where did she learn how to act?
Well, it was
High
like
school doesn't count.
it was her like.
With Kristen Stewart.
Ooh, burn.
This is more or less of
Necrophiliac bestiality. Which one do you choose?
her both. But anyways, it was more or less that it was dry humor. Like she'd try to crack a joke or be like, Iron Man 1 witty. And it wasn't at all. It was really dry. And the only thing that was funny was the actual, the nostalgia '90s stuff.
So what? She was trying to be Robert Downey Jr., but just didn't have the chops. That kind of thing?
It wasn't really funny. Like she was trying to crack jokes or like be like kind of like what
She was
Thor.
trying to be a smartass without any of the smart.
Yeah, it's kind of like how Thor's turned into now.
I was gonna say, I mean, with Robert Downey Jr., what made it so awesome is Iron Man's a reformed bad boy in terms of a playboy. So really, all you had was the same as Two and a Half Men and Charlie Sheen basically playing himself as a character. You had Robert Downey Jr. doing the exact same thing. He was playing himself as a character. That's what made it work so good.
But that's the thing is that she was trying to be witty and funny and smart, like snappy.
She did not need to take the stick out of her ass. Wait, what?
It seemed rushed.
Probably was.
More than likely.
But anyways,
yeah, we're done with that
Especially-
shit.
Especially with Shazam coming out, and that comparison for people like me that know that the original Captain Marvel actually belonged to DC and Marvel Comics sued, and that's what Shazam was. So with Shazam coming out and old fans knowing, of course they had to put out their Captain Marvel, and it had to come out before DC's. So you have this rush job, and it probably wasn't edited right either.
it was put well together.
needs to
The only what's the word?
Right?
The only CG issue I had was the water effects of when they basically did a interrogation. Yeah, if you watch the movie, you'll see it. It's really like high school CG.
Yeah.
Which
My
reminds me,
biggest worry about this, and I'm going to cut you off quick, Jay.
go for it.
My biggest worry about this is the implications for the Nova Corps.
I don't know.
One
I mean-
last movie rumor, and then we can move on.
Okay.
Did anyone hear that they're gonna redo Suicide Squad from the ground up?
Yeah, and I heard who they're putting as Deadeye or Deadshot or whatever the hell his name
Yeah,
is, and
it's
I'm
the
not
guy
happy
that's
about
in the.
So they're gonna take out the one character that was actually pretty fucking awesome and replace him?
Well, as the British black guy, whatever his name is.
Oh, Idris Elba.
Yeah.
But honestly, Will Smith was one of the better characters and actors in that movie.
I'll be
Like,
honest.
he's the one I would have kept.
I want to see Idris Elba dressed up as the Croc.
That would be pretty cool.
He would own that. And Margot Robbie, I'm not gonna lie, she was pretty hot as Harley Quinn.
Oh no, she could keep the Harley Quinn. If they hadn't have screwed with her character so damn much, it would have been awesome. That wasn't her fault. She did the best with what she had, but they really, really messed her character up.
Like, they fucked up Sorceress. They fucked up literally everyone else except
The Joker was such a hatchet job, they basically had to just rip him out of the movie and say, yeah, he's not here.
Yeah, they retconned him hard. Ugh.
So, moving on to
Our
our
main
news
subjects.
topic.
Yeah,
The
seriously.
first thing you guys wanted to talk about was Google's entering the gaming market.
Well,
Oh,
there's a was it rumor about it?
no. It's pretty much confirmed.
You sure? Because I read something today that was a rumor.
No, they are actually going to the next tech convention with it.
Oh,
I mean, they're hiring hardcore. They got Sega on board. It's full steam ahead right now. And I forget what it's called. It's like, I don't think it's GDC, but it might be. But yeah, in the next before May, we'll know for sure. But right now, they're hiring workers and all that, coders and stuff for their console and the games. They have signed on with Sega. So literally they're at the next big electronic console or electronic show. So I don't know what that is. But yeah. And really my thing is this going to start the next console wars?
There is no such thing. Is you prefer
I
one
know.
or to not? It's like we were talking throughout the week about the all digital Xbox coming out, and
About time.
so like, and somebody asked me if I was going to get it, and I was like, well, name a game that I need to get for
Xbox.
Yeah.
There is none.
like, there is no like exclusive that should be like.
Gears of War.
They ain't got really a new one out yet. Go lay down, boys. Go.
And that's the thing. Is like what. There is none. Like,
Five is supposed to launch somewhere in the middle of this year.
but it's the same game, Gears of War, isn't it?
Well, it's a continuation of 4 because 4 ended on a cliffhanger.
Oh, did it? I didn't even play it.
Gears of War 4 actually made me mad because it got... If you played any of the others, you know where you had that midpoint and you had the big boss in the middle, and it was that climactic rise, and then you had to finish off the game and you had one more bigger boss at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
The end of Gears of War 4 felt like you hit that big boss in the middle, and then it went, oh, shit, we have more time, but we ran out of story. Come back next time.
Ah.
Like, I was really, really mad at how they ended.
But hey, if it's something worthwhile, it just depends on the price and what they're going to have on there. If they're going to go the same way as Epic did with exclusives or not, or try to buy out exclusives. It's just one of those things.
The only part that got me really excited is the amount of money Google has to throw behind it.
But is that going to hurt them in the long run? If they just throw money at this and is not successful?
Well, that's just it. It depends on what they do with the actual system and the lineup, because it ain't nothing. A gaming console is not a gaming console without games. Straight up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if they can get the right lineup at launch and, actually have a decent system with minimal controversy, they could steal the entire market just like the Switch has.
Scarily enough, Google has enough money to put into this that they can afford to massively undercut Sony and Microsoft.
Yeah.
And sell their console at half the price. And still walk away. All right.
And the demand is out there. Right now, Switch has been leading in sales for the last 9 to 12 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, but be fair. Everybody that's got an Xbox or everybody that wants an Xbox or PlayStation has one. Most people aren't really seeing the point of upgrading to the One X or the PS4 Pro unless you're really a hardcore gamer that wants the graphical input. So anybody that's going to buy a new console is going to go for the odd man out, which is the Switch.
Yeah.
So the Switch isn't necessarily... I'm not saying it's a bad console. I love it. But it's more... Everybody's already got the other two that wants them. So right now, the only thing in the market, if you're in the market for a new console, is the Switch. Of course.
And they are actually doing a humongous sale on it this week, too.
Are they?
Huh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can get, like, the console with the Joy-Cons, with Mario something... let me look it up again.
Because of the Mario week.
I think so, but
It was the March 10 promotion, and it was Mario week, so they're running a promo on it this week. I forgot
And
about
it was
that.
Pi Day yesterday.
Yes, it was.
I didn't get any.
it was also another particular holiday that some men like to reference. Honestly,
Yep,
past by
and
unnoticed. I was too
I didn't
freaking
get that
busy.
either.
Here it is. It's the Nintendo Switch Mario game deluxe, or a choice of it. You get your Mario pins and a Nintendo Switch messer bag for $3.29.
That ain't
That's
half
not bad.
Nope. And it's from Walmart.
Weirdly
Of course it is.
enough, the Switch is one of the first consoles that Nintendo put out where they have not done a lot of bundle opportunities.
Actually, here it is. It says build your bundle. You can either get the Nintendo Switch Neo blue and red Joy-Cons or the black ones. And then you have a choice of 5 games. You can either get Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, Mario Odyssey, Mario Party, Mario Kart 8, or Mario Tennis Aces. You get the pins, which is like Mario, Luigi, Yoshi, Toad, Wario, Peach, Bowser, and some other person. And then you get a carrying case and a screen protector for $329.99, a free 2-day shipping.
Ooh, that's not bad.
I'm just saying, if you think about it, look at every other system Nintendo's put out, especially ones that were meant to be portable. Almost every version of the DS was bundled with something. In fact, there's so many special editions of the DS out, it doesn't matter what you're into, you can grab one.
Yeah.
And I was surprised with the Switch, they really haven't messed around with it at all. They haven't really bundled much. And I honestly figured for sure they would have, at least for Black Friday.
I know there's a Breath of the Wild. I know there's a Mario one. I know there's a Pokemon.
Yeah, the Let's Go each have one.
Which I see on Marketplace selling for like $500.
And Doom is rumored to have one, but I've never seen it.
And then there's the Smash Bros. One. But as far as I know, that's it.
I mean, seriously, if I wanted to collect every special edition, even if I just limited it to the last gen of 2 and 3DSs, the new ones, I would still have like 500 different DSs.
Every Pokemon that comes out, they have a special edition one.
Yes, they do.
Yep, even for the eShop they did. Because they have a Charizard and Blastoise model.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
All right, so moving on. $1 Million.
Oh,
yep.
What?
Why?
It's just like any professional athlete getting asked to sponsor their stuff.
And the thing is, it wasn't just him getting $1 million. It was $1 million for a linked streaming event between a bunch of partnered Twitch partners.
You're talking about the Twitch rivals?
Yeah.
So
it was literally $1 million between a bunch of people.
He ended up winning, and Dizzy, and then somebody else. Which Dizzy actually got like super popular off of that tournament. He's got the world record for most kills in a single match, which is like 34.
Well, I highly doubt that's legit even. So
no, he streamed it. And he's got a mouse camera on it. So I watch his streams and some of his highlights. He's pretty good. Even Shroud, which is now injured list. Which will make you guys angry. That if you did not know, Shroud, old CS:GO player, went to streaming. He actually had an accident this past week where he flipped over his scooter and broke his left arm, and is in like a cast for like at least 6 more weeks. He played 1 match and still got first place with 8 kills. Where his arm has to be straight out, extended fully, and he's still
you arranged your desk to fit it.
He leaned back in his chair, but like he says that he can't. Like it's really hard for him to like hit the control key to slide on the keyboard while doing his movement keys. But you know, he's a professional gamer, so he does his shit. But anyways, going back to the point, yeah, it's streamers getting paid to advertise the game coming out.
Everybody calm your ass down.
I mean, if you're that good, you'll be on that chopping block too.
Yeah, if you were that good.
So what it really just
John.
comes down to is pro gamers making money.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
and it's coming more and more popular.
And a
now.
bunch of people flip their shit about it, like, oh my god, how could Ninja give me it? It wasn't just Ninja. Calm your shit down.
But he's, for some reason, became like the forefront person for the esports / gaming community.
Well, streamers, yeah.
Yeah, he's like became like the icon.
That bitch
guy.
ain't got nothing on the FGC. Let me tell you right now.
Well, but that's the thing. Like the kids like him. It's kind of like how Rick Fox became the face of Echo Fox, and he never
Who?
played a professional esports game in his life.
I got no idea who you're talking about, so it must be geared towards kids.
No, the owner of Echo Fox, Rick Fox. You never heard of him?
No, I know
Professional,
Saint was part of Echo Fox. But that's about it.
professional NBA player that won a couple championships with Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant.
I haven't watched.
Yeah, I haven't
Basketball.
either, but there's a video on YouTube. I watched it.
Anyway.
He basically formed Echo Fox, the corporation, because
I forgot about that.
his son's love for esports and League of Legends.
So, and this is just a weird aside to that. Snoop Dogg yesterday has
Oh,
announced
God.
Dogg Gaming. He's getting into the gaming market.
That's what a lot of, I wouldn't say wash-ups, but what's the less harsh word for wash-up?
There isn't one, and you're extremely offensive right now. You need to apologize.
I'm trying
We're
to...
talking about Snoop Dogg here. He is a father.
I understand, but that...
Don't disrespect your daddy.
What about...
Boy.
What about Jet
While you're
Black?
at it, you want to refer to Dre as washed up too, or
Who?
Dr. Dre?
I didn't... What, he's gaming now too?
No,
We're throwing him under a bus right now.
While you're at it, would you like to refer to Dr. Dre? I mean, you're talking about rap royalty and
No,
going washed
what I'm
up.
saying is like the older generation seeing that streaming is popular. Like I was referring to Jet Black, which I'm not going to say wash up. Snoop Dogg's not wash up. It's like, what am I trying to say is like older generation that don't do what they used to do. I guess you would say
Okay,
like semi-retired. I don't know.
With Snoop Dogg, it's a bit different.
I think
I
he's
get
hosting
what
like
you're saying.
tournaments, right?
He is actually putting money into it in areas that are a little harder to be in.
Yeah.
And
I
that's
saw
where
that.
he's starting out. He wants to do a couple teams and stuff, get them moving around, show them opportunities in the world.
Yeah. Jet Black
So he's
just
turning
started a
into a
YouTube
more of a-
channel.
Jack Black.
That's what I said, Jack Black.
I keep hearing Jet. And I'm like, well, I don't know if Spike would approve. Thank you, Jay.
Anyways. But yeah, he said he was starting a YouTube gaming channel, and it's like
He actually has gameplay up now.
now it took him like what 6 weeks.
And he ain't even the one doing it.
Yeah. So I don't know. But yeah,
we can skip the Activision thing.
But again, I feel like Jack Black and Snoop Dogg are both going to end up being more, I'm putting my name on something to give someone else a shot at something.
but Snoop,
yeah.
Snoop Dogg's doing it,
Which
as
is not
like
a bad thing.
Yeah, he's doing it as like a tournament organizer.
It's an outreach program, more or
Yeah.
less. And that's the harsher way of putting it. And forgive me, Lord Snoop, I apologize. Diggity diggity.
Now, if you want to talk about washed up has-beens, if R. Kelly decides to start up a team, well, I hope they're all freaking adults,
Hey,
and
hey,
I hope they like
he's
getting
just
pissed
trying to raise a family.
That literally just head-on collision with a horse and killed a guy.
Wait, what?
I literally
R. Kelly, what'd you do now?
like literally, I was playing Red
This is
Dead.
a
I was
weird
trying to cross a
episode, guys. I'm
bridge,
sorry.
and I like head-on collision another horse with my horse, and it killed the guy that was passenger.
Mike, I feel like if anyone else in the group besides me watched it, it's probably you. Do you remember the episode of Boondocks where R. Kelly was on trial?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's R. Kelly. Of course I'll let him piss on me. I mean, come on. You don't want to get pissed on. You step to the
Oh,
side
shit.
and move out the way.
Oh shit. Oh shit. All right, everybody's in an uproar. I better throw a chair.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, and who forget South Park? I'm coming in the closet.
Oh, my God. For
I'm in the closet
anyone
now.
listening,
There's a midget.
if you have not actually watched or listened to it, go on YouTube and look up. It's a 27 music video long song called Trapped in the Closet, and literally it just gets more fucked with every episode. The midget that craps
Midget in the closet. Tom Cruise is in the closet.
which so many people didn't get the reference about R. Kelly singing about Tom Cruise in the closet because most people that kind of somehow got overlooked.
Yeah,
And
I don't
you
know
had
how.
to kind of be in the know. So people were like, I don't get it.
What
Why
the
is he singing
hell
about being
is
in the
this
closet?
episode? We cannot stay on track tonight. I am sorry, audience. I'm in the closet.
Ugh.
I swear I'm not on anything tonight, guys.
I'm not even drinking beer tonight. I am just so freaking sleep deprived. I told you guys. The new job I have has a rule. Every single person has to work every shift in the store at least once that applies to the position you're in. So being a cashier, that means open to close for me. Today was my open day, and I'm not used to mornings. And of course, I got the TV last night, so I got like an hour and a half sleep. Got up at 6
Oh,
o'clock this
now I
morning.
feel less sorry for your ass. That's your fault.
I wasn't because I was playing video games. It was actually because I was trying to get it set up so Heather could have the bigger TV in the bedroom so she could play her games while I tried to sleep. But anyways,
I'm
get
gonna.
up at 6
You know what? You know what? Since we're just messing around so much this episode, I'm gonna do a quick run. Bullet points. Here we go. Activision. There is an update to the lawsuit, and I will expand on that more next week because it is still developing. Bloodborne. The community on Reddit has officially declared a return to Yharnam. You have until March 25th to reach blood level 120. Division 2 has a 90 gig day one patch. By the way, did you guys want to expand on that?
PlayStation 4 only.
Yeah, PS4 only. Ugh. Don't close phone. Back for Blood is the rumored title for the next Left 4 Dead series. The next... Fuck, I lost my train of thought. It's the next one in the Left 4 Dead series, and it's coming straight from the original creators. I have no idea what that is, so you can just go down one more. James Gunn is rehired for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
good.
Because who cares what you said in 2009? All you little whine asses on Twitter, shut the hell up. And those are my bullet points. We can talk about whatever now.
Okay, so if James Gunn can get rehired after pissing everyone off, can we get Roseanne Barr back in Roseanne?
No.
No.
She fucked up bad, dude. You cannot recover from that.
But again, she's a comedian. It's her job to be offensive.
Yeah, but
That's
it's
sort of
also
what
like
they
saying
do.
to Chrissy Griffin, that Griffith chick that we want her to host New Year's again after cutting off Trump's head. Fuck no.
Fair enough.
Or it's like
Okay.
getting Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson back for Super Bowl.
So,
Please?
anyways, the long and short of it was I woke up at 6 o'clock this morning on an hour's sleep, went and did one job, left that job, went and had to do the other job today, and so I literally did an entire day, a 10-hour day on an hour and a half sleep, and barely woke up in time to catch up on the podcast because I had messaged you guys. I'm like, crap, I just woke up. Let me get some food.
Typical Jay. Are you kidding me?
What?
I just literally watched this elk hover over the pond, and as soon as I came in to hunt it, it like dropped into the water.
Oh, you know what that means, right? It's marinating itself. Get it.
Well, if I skin it in the water, I won't be able to get the pelt.
Oh. What the hell
Oh,
is
you're
this
hunting
Sims
pelt now?
love affair thing, dude?
I put it in the Discord. TRDL, a EA game changer was...
Oh, that.
Yes. That. EA game changer that was a big community spokesperson for Sims was trying to solicit sex with minors. And now has officially removed all of his social medias, and both personal and game related. And it actually, what a lot of people are upset about is that EA didn't really act upon this the first time it was noted by one of the people being solicited for. It took another person to go to a more famous YouTuber to get some notice, which she has responded with, I'm probably going to stop playing and or buying stuff on Sims because nobody really took action upon this when it was first presented.
I'm putting this out there for all you big streamers, influencers, game changers, whatever the hell you call yourself. You are nowhere near the level of famous you can be to get away with any level of shit. So knock it off.
Well, if you want famous, keep doing that. You'll go to jail and you'll get real famous real quick in jail.
Oh yeah, you'll get real famous real quick, but
Bubba.
I'm stopping right there.
In all fairness, nobody's famous enough to get away with that shit anymore with the Me Too movement. Even the untouchables of Hollywood are getting fucking raped in the ass on this now.
Well, you know what? Betty White can get away with anything. Don't say that.
Okay, that's fair, but that's Betty White.
Okay.
You haven't done what she's done or earned what she's earned, god damn it.
No, and we all bow down to Betty White. She is the only one left besides when we had Stanley.
Well, honestly, this goes back to what we were talking about a long time ago. With the whole, was it Momo?
Oh. Yeah,
What?
the Momo doll thing.
Yeah, don't let your kids do stuff by themselves that that concerns the internet.
Yeah. Until they're like, shit. Nowadays, I'd say it'd be 12 at least. In my book, anyway. Don't really leave them alone for more than 10 minutes.
I don't even know if I'd let a 12-year-old do it anymore. Until they're
I
smart
know.
enough to understand why taking pictures of their junk and sending it to someone is a dumbass idea, don't leave them alone.
I know one 12-year-old that is smarter than fucking all get out. And she'll kill you. I'm
Okay,
just
that's
putting it
fair,
straight up.
but Your average 12-year-old, not that smart.
Well, it's just, I guess it's pressure too. Like, these people want to be like streamers and stuff and get rich quick, and they'll try to do stuff to like network. They'll try to network with whoever they can, and it's just like that whole meme about, hey, you want to get into this industry, you're going to have to do this now.
A little
Yeah, that is
advice to
true.
anyone who does want to do streaming and YouTube and all this. Do not give in to peer pressure, because that is what's going to break you in the long run. You hear about all these burnouts, shit like that. Just do you. If you do you, and you do you long enough, people will latch on to you. You do not need to go out and do much networking. Of course, you're going to want to talk to fans and shit, but hey, that's just fans. And be sure to stay clear of the crazy ones like Jay. But do you? When I was streaming back before all that shit went down, I had a group of 50 guys every night in my channel, me just bullshit. I had a couple guys who come in and stream snipe me, and it was fun because I get my ass kicked, and sometimes I'd kick their ass. But just do you. You don't need to fucking... And especially on The Sims. Come on.
To be fair, we're all sitting here messing around on a podcast that we've managed to make into a regular thing and having a good time. And not a one of us had a damn clue on how to get this going or what to do. And we're still learning as we go.
We still don't have
and
a
it's
clue.
not... And if somebody came up to us and was like, hey, we'll make your podcast famous if you just do this, I don't think any of us would be like, yeah, okay. We'd be like, whatever, we'll figure it out. We'll get there.
It's like what I explained to the guys in this podcast and other people too. Is like, I'm not looking to get this podcast famous, rich. If we make some monetization or a little bit of revenue, it's going to go towards the people that helped or people that need help. It's not going to go in my pocket. It's going to go out to whoever needs it.
Well, the reason I bring this up is I'm looking at my screen right now. I got YouTube up. And one of my favorite content creators on YouTube is called Fact Fiend with Carl Smallwood. And that is his last name. It's fucking hilarious. But he literally just took his first sponsor ever. And he's been on this chat on YouTube for about 3-4 years now. And he took the sponsor because he tried to bullshit his way completely out of the contract. And then the sponsor was like, nah, you're fine. We'll do this for you. We'll do this for you. You can do it this way. You can do it this way. Until literally all his demands were met. And he's like, yeah, we'll do it.
You know,
so
one of my favorite
I highly recommend
creators-
looking up this channel, by the way. It's called Fact Fiend. And literally the latest episode is Tomb Raiders Lara Croft discovered Bigfoot. And it's about facts of how stuff like that happened.
One of my favorite creators is actually a news channel, and it's Philip DeFranco.
Yep.
And I've been watching him for years, and he has come a long way from where he started to where he is.
Shit.
And the big thing, though, is it seems like every time he partners, he was partnering with SourceFed for a while. Every single time he's gotten into business with somebody, though, that somebody has turned out to be a scumbag or an asshole or had a scandal. And it's gotten to the point where he just won't partner with anybody. He does his own thing.
He made his own.
He did. He's a freaking millionaire, and he did it all. He built his entire empire. But every time he partners with somebody, there's a fucking scandal.
Yeah.
And the last I knew, he was just like, you know what? I'm not partnering with any of you. I didn't need you to start this. All you do is give me headaches. I'm just going to keep doing my show, and you can piss off.
Yeah. So just do you, people. That's all you need is to be yourself.
And the funny
more
thing
you
was,
know.
the reason his show started was he got sick and tired of slanted media and
Mhm.
biased news. So he's like, you know what? I'm just going to read the news my way. And yeah, it's still slanted and biased because I'm the one reading it. But at least I know where my slant and bias is.
And he
And just
opens the
started putting out
discussion.
his program. He does.
He opens the discussion to everyone, and he even responds to it.
Yeah, every
and
Friday.
right now-
If you call him out on something, he'll respond on Fridays usually.
Yeah. And he gives facts and then puts his opinion on it. Whereas if you look at other places, I mean, even NPR to a point, it's sort of biased.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I don't mind a little bit of bias as long as you
I'd
give me the
also-
facts with it.
I'd also love to give him credit because he's the reason I refer to ISIS as Goat Fuckers International.
Yep.
Because he goes, I refuse to call them ISIS because that's what they want to be called. So fuck you, you're Goat Fuckers International.
That thing's, they're still around?
Oh, yeah. Well, you didn't hear about the terrorist attack today, did you?
New Zealand, I think it was.
Yeah, they put out a multiple page thing claiming it.
Oh. See, like, I stay away from news.
Well, the
I
other thing I
Yeah.
love is he refuses to make terrorists or criminals famous.
He will
And
not
he
put their
refuses.
face up.
He won't put their face up. He won't say their name. And if he's reporting on something like that, he demonetizes the video.
Yep.
When Sandy Hook happened, he refused to announce who the shooter was, other than that it happened, and he refused to take any money for that broadcast. You know, he tries to have as ethical journalism standards as I think is humanly possible.
And just today, instead of a video, he just did a live stream so that he could get the little bit of news and all that he covers on Friday out of the way, so that he could kind of talk to people about what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And it was nice. I tuned in for 20 minutes of it, and I was like, I'm good.
Yeah, he's absolutely one of my favorite creators, and he is a prime example of just do you.
Yeah.
Well, here's a little update to something too that's local. The Good Luck Have Fun has been given 5 days notice to be to relocate.
Good luck, have fun.
That's the place, the Madden tournament.
What?
Yep. I think the whole story of it is that they are redoing that whole shopping center.
Oh.
I'm not sure about the whole story behind it, but I saw something today on my Facebook because, you know, local, and they posted that they have a 5-day notice to evict.
And they're in Florida, eh?
Yeah.
All right, they need to get in touch with Jabali. He can hook them up. For those of you who don't know, CEO, it's a big fighting game tournament out there, and it's hosted by a guy named Jabali. And well, I think this year he's trying to get it at one of the just outside of Disney. Last year they did it inside of Disney, and that didn't go over too well. But
I don't think this place could facilitate anything that high profile, honestly.
No, he is a huge TO with many, many small connections. Like, if someone needs a space, he can find them space.
Oh, okay.
He is all for the little guy. FGC, as everyone knows, is holy grassroots. Cat, I am going to toss you into the window.
Oh, if you guys want a good laugh, paid my internet bill today, so they shut me off.
How did
Because
that
apparently I called attention to myself by giving them money, so they were like, oh, we're turning it off. And so Heather had to call them and be like, what the hell? And they're like, well, you need to pay your bill. She goes, I did pay the bill today. Oh, we're sorry. We'll turn it back. Like, she's like, what? So by paying you, it called attention to ourselves, and you're like, let's turn them off?
You gotta love
But yeah.
companies.
It's been a weird frickin' day. We're all in weird mindsets. We're sorry we're so disorganized, but deal with it.
It has been a weird week, man.
Yeah.
Oh, it has. I mean, we had 2 frickin' ice days here.
Yeah, and you keep them there. I don't want any more of your crappy weather coming in.
Well, no, we had them because of heat ups. We heated up to 40, almost 50 degrees this week for 3 days in a row. The second day, the school decided to do a ice day. And it was like, oh, yeah, we got to close. And now it's like the 4th day after the heat up where we finally went down. And they're like, yeah, we got to close again. So that's 12 snow days total this year. We're allotted 6. We have an emergency 3. Now we just got to figure out what to do with the other 3.
What's a snow day? We don't have those in New York State.
Oh, that's right. You guys just panic.
No, we don't even panic. We just... I swear to God, my
It's
entire high
more
school
or
career,
less
2 snow days.
More or less, it's because we have so many backcountry people. Like, my town alone, we only have 6,000 people, and we're one of the bigger towns.
Right.
So
I'm just saying, my whole high school career had like 2 snow days. No, I'm not saying that's the only time I missed school because I was bad, but
You
There were 2
said that,
days
and all of
that-
a sudden Michael Jackson's Bad broke in my head. Fuck you, Jay.
wow.
Why am I doing that today? My brain is just something else. I am so tired.
It's been a one heck of a week.
It has.
I honestly feel it's been like 2 weeks since we did a show. That's how much crap's happened.
Yeah. I mean, it's my week has been so nuts. I been trying to take notes for my little hyper jump, and it's like I start dozing off halfway through my news shows about this nerd shit that I do. I haven't slept well all week. I haven't been eating right, and it shows.
But yeah, watch what your kid gets a hold of because there might be a pedophile.
Yeah, be careful, people, and always monitor your children until they're
Oh, shit.
appropriate age.
To be fair,
Jay found
you're
one.
better off just assuming there is a pedophile.
Yeah, I got a bear
Yeah.
chasing my ass.
Oh, he got a bear.
But
He
it's-
skipped right past Twink.
Hey, I'm not in China, so it can be Winnie the Pooh, right?
Oh, that's right.
My horse is going sideways to get away from this bear.
Wow, the bear took him sideways, people. You heard it right.
And he's laughing, so he likes it.
No, I'm like, my horse is like going like ape shit because it's trying to get away from this bear. How is a bear faster than a freaking horse? Please explain that.
I think some species of them actually are.
Oh, yeah.
In all
Grizzly will
fairness,
straight up run up and kill one.
it depends on the species of the horse and the bear, too.
hmm
Well, I've got one of the fastest horses in the game, and this is a grizzly.
Yeah, around me, you actually hear of stories of bears getting kicked to death by horses, so...
A knife right in the groin.
We generally have brown bears around here, so they're not that aggressive or...
I think
Well-
we got black bears here, but we got wild peacocks.
Oh,
Oh,
I'd
they're
be scared of those shits.
Like the other day, I was
No.
talking to somebody at a house, and all I heard was the cawing. I was like, "What the hell?" I remember that noise. It's from the zoo, and it's like, "Yeah, it's a wild peacock." I was like, "Yeah, okay."
Around me, we have black bears and brown bears, I believe. The black bears, you can actually pretty much go up to them. I've had a couple in my yards. My cat actually chased one away when I first moved into my house, so I'm not too worried about black bears around here. It's the coyotes and the wolves you gotta be scared of.
Yeah.
Those aren't too bad.
More the coyotes than the wolves.
Around
'cause the
here,
wolves
yeah.
are actually still skittish about people, but the coyotes, they don't give a shit. Coyotes
No, the
give zero
coyotes.
shit.
I actually almost got killed by a coyote when I was younger because it ran fucking like a missile towards me while I was just chilling out at a quarry. Thankfully, I turned around in time and it diverted course. The wolves around here, they're a little busy with our deer population right now, so I ain't too worried about getting mauled by one of them, but they will fucking eat you. There ain't no two ways about it.
Mike, since you're actually kind of obsessed with it, with Detective Pikachu, I didn't really care for the game, but do you remember when Toys R Us had the special edition, extra big Detective Pikachu amiibo, and it was like $35 and nobody bought it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, when Toys R Us went out of business, I got him for $3.
How much?
I
is
Oh,
actually
that?
have-
that's nice.
I have no idea how much he is now, but I ain't selling him. He's
Hold
too
on.
cool looking.
eBay.
Hold
it.
on, I'll actually find out. I'm eBaying it right now.
Jeez. If it's $3,000, you'll eBay that shit. I guarantee it.
Are you kidding me?
Detective Pikachu amiibo. Oh,
I wouldn't
Oh,
eBay my
hold
Wolf
on.
Link when he was going for $100.
Detective Pikachu amiibo. Fuck you, Google.
are you guys in my ear talk?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Okay.
can hear you.
It's not going for that much. It's like $50 at Walmart.
Oh, so Walmart must have picked it up because he was a Toys R Us exclusive.
On eBay, you can literally sell it for $50.
And again, I'd
Shit.
still rather just have my amiibo. But you
Okay,
remember when Breath of the
in
Wild
box.
came out, and yeah,
Is it in box?
no, none of my amiibos are in box. I play with them.
All right, in box graded 300.
I still would rather have the amiibo.
I would too. This thing looks dope.
Reminds me of what somebody posted in the Facebook group that their dog got a hold of the Ocarina of Time link and chewed it up.
See, I'm looking at this, and I can just hear Ryan Reynolds in my head. Stop right there, you little shit.
Yeah, because he's got his hand out. He's like, stop.
I don't know where you're going, but knock it off and listen to this chimichanga here.
But yeah, when Breath of the Wild came out and all of the Zelda amiibos went up, if you had the Wii U version of Twilight Princess and you bought the special edition, it's the only way to get the Wolf Link amiibo figure. Now, of course, you have the black market people that have made, they'll make you the chips and the cards and stuff. But I have the figure, and the figure it hit 100 or like 120 at one point. And I still wouldn't sell my figure because I knew there was no way in hell I'd ever be able to replace it if I did it.
Yeah, now that, and it's official, I'm getting a Switch. It's just a matter of when my taxes actually come in. Because all we did was get state back today. I'm getting Breath of the Wild and Let's Go Pikachu. But I need to get some amiibos for Breath of the Wild.
Well, and of course, I would never endorse black market anything, but if you look around on Facebook, they'll make you anything from cards to there's one guy, $44 gets you the entire Zelda set, and the NFC chip is embedded in poker chips with pictures of the amiibo on it.
Oh, that's cool. No, I looked on Wish. I looked on Wish, and they got a whole bunch of them cards.
And yeah, the cards and the chips are honestly better for the Switch because it's a portable system. Honestly, who wants to carry around a backpack full of frickin' figures plus their game? And every single day, every 24-hour cycle, you get to use the amiibos again. The Zelda ones, I'll give you unique things like weapons, armor, or precious gems. And then the other ones, I'll give you crafting materials, food usually.
Okay.
But it's a nice way to farm rupees because it's not like you can just go cut up the grass and find rupees in Breath of the Wild like you could in the other Zelda game.
You can't?
Once in a while you will, but because you have the mechanic of farming the supplies from the amiibo, you can only carry so many prepared meals, which is the best way to get your nourishment and fix stuff, because once you do that...
Breaking news.
What's up?
So D&D Dungeons and Dragons has been teasing lately. They're going to do a sailing and like pirate themed adventure.
Ooh, nice.
Placeholder on Amazon Prime. Ghosts of Saltmarsh. Just appeared on Amazon.
Nice.
So explore the waves above and the fathoms below in this watery adventure for the world's greatest role-playing game. And mind you, they have not had a water-themed adventure in quite a bit. So this is exciting, especially because I'm huge at just coming up with modules and scenes to run. Like, I have an entire notebook dedicated to an adventure guild I built.
Nice.
So, yeah, breaking news right there. Everyone prepare to lose your wallets again.
Right? Did you buy, you remember Heroescapes, right?
Yeah, that was a little before I really started getting into stuff, but I have heard of it and I've read through some of this stuff. God, I wish I could find some of it.
I have 2 of the Dungeons and Dragons sets.
Nice.
I have a whole bunch of the sets. I have a bunch of the base sets and a bunch of other stuff. But back when they were still only $30 a pop, I had ordered 2 of them off of Amazon because I ran them as a program for the teens at the library. And the thing I ran into a lot was the kids would fight over the dragon. So I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'll order 2 sets, then I'll have 2 dragons, and everybody can be happy.
Nice. Well, we're about that time. So
Yeah,
I
I was
think
just
this is
gonna
where we're
say-
signing off.
I think it is a good night to sign off. Again, apologies for the last couple weeks and being weird. It's been a weird couple weeks for us.
Yeah.
That's
So
an
with
understatement.
With any luck, next week we'll be back to our normal, more structured format and slightly more sanity. I use the word sanity loosely because, well,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, we're all parents, and everybody knows parents aren't sane to begin with. If we were, we probably wouldn't have had kids.
Yeah.
And there wouldn't be a podcast.
That too.
But, yep. So thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll see you again next week at this time. Be sure to check in on Tuesday on the YouTube. We'll be posting this live, and there'll be a little funny tidbit again in the description. So thanks for tuning in.
Also, before we go, if any of our listeners has a topic you'd actually like to have covered, go to our Facebook group, just throw it up in there. Hey, I'd like to know a little more about this, or you guys brought this up, and we'll try to get you some more answers or a little more in-depth on it on the next podcast. That is an option. I mean, it's our podcast, but it's you guys' show too. You listen, so let us know what you want to hear about.
Yep. Or you can just message one of us.
Yeah.
That
I'm
too.
usually-
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can drop a little notice into the Twitch, and I'll get to the guys. I'm usually streaming every night except for Tuesday and Thursday. But yeah, I'll get to these guys.
Yeah. Or just leave a comment on the YouTube. I'll check it.
But
All
let us
right,
know.
guys.
Give some feedback. And
That's
Good
the
night.
show.
Have a wonderful
Good
night.
night.
Bye.